तुम तो केवल इसलिए युद्ध कर रहे हो क्योंकि युद्ध करना तुम्हारा कर्तव्य है। तुम केवल वही करो जो तुम्हारे वश में है। महाभारत युद्ध के समय में जब वो एक असमंजस में थे, युद्ध करना है या नहीं करना है। ये जो धर्म का युद्ध है, क्या ये युद्ध सही है? कई बार उनको लगा होगा कि शायद हम छोड़ दें, गिव अप कर दें, कि लाइफ इज सो अनप्रेडिक्टेबल।
From the very beginning of our childhood, my parents had stressed on the academic excellence.
मैम, जब इस प्रोसेस में हम एग्जाम की तैयारी करते हैं, वी आर नॉट अलोन। Women are no less than men in any field.
Yeah.
Even they are more. So I think कि उनका ज्यादा बड़ा sacrifice है मुझसे। तो जब रिजल्ट आया, my mentor called me and told me that I got 57th rank. So my grandma and grandfather, they started crying, made me feel that yes, I have achieved something.
Did you also get anxiety और आपको ऐसे कुछ self apprehensions या ऐसे कुछ self doubts आए?
So during that moment, my mother taught me yogic exercises and meditation, which totally helped me to relieve stress.
तुम तो केवल इसलिए युद्ध कर रहे हो क्योंकि युद्ध करना ही तुम्हारा कर्तव्य है। तुम तो केवल इसलिए युद्ध कर रहे हो क्योंकि युद्ध करना तुम्हारा कर्तव्य है और तुम केवल वही करो जो तुम्हारे वश में है। तुम केवल वही करो जो तुम्हारे वश में है, अर्थात अपने धर्म का पालन करो। अपने धर्म का पालन करो और वही करो जो तुम्हारे वश में है। बहुत ही महत्वपूर्ण सीख अपने उपदेश में भगवान श्री कृष्ण जी ने अर्जुन जी को दी महाभारत युद्ध के समय में, जब वो एक असमंजस में थे कि उन्हें अपनों के खिलाफ ये युद्ध करना है या नहीं करना है। ये जो धर्म का युद्ध है, क्या ये युद्ध सही है या ये युद्ध सही नहीं है। भगवान श्री कृष्ण का जो गीता उपदेश, श्रीमद् भगवत गीता हम पढ़ते हैं, उसमें से कुछ पंक्तियां आज मैं सोनल गोयल हमारे इस बहुत ही विशेष शिखर का सफर टॉक शो विद सोनल गोयल में हमारे साथ में जो दो बहुत ही विशिष्ट मेहमान, टू वेरी इंस्पायरिंग पर्सनालिटीज जो आज उपस्थित है, मैं उनको ये डेडिकेट करना चाहूंगी कि तुम तो केवल इसीलिए युद्ध कर रहे हो कि युद्ध करना तुम्हारा कर्तव्य है। इनका युद्ध रहा अपने जीवन में अपने लक्ष्य को हासिल करना, और जो लक्ष्य इन्होंने अपने आप को दिया उस लक्ष्य पर वो पहुंचे और उस मंजिल तक वो आए हैं, उस शिखर को उन्होंने प्राप्त किया। निश्चय ही उनकी जो जर्नी रही वो आसान नहीं थी। उस पूरी यात्रा में उस पूरा जो रास्ता था वो बहुत कठिन था और कई बार उनको लगा होगा कि शायद हम छोड़ दें, गिव अप कर दें, लेकिन उन्होंने गिव अप नहीं किया और वो अपनी राह जो उन्होंने चुनी उस राह पे अपने सच्चे मन के साथ में, अपने 100% एफर्ट्स के साथ वो लगे रहे और आज हमारे सामने वो एक एग्जाम्पल के रूप में मौजूद हैं। आई हार्टली वेलकम माई स्पेशल गेस्ट टुडे ऑन द शो, मिस लावण्या गौर। लावण्या, heartiest congratulations to you and I welcome you on this show. लावण्या ने ऑल इंडिया रैंक 57 हासिल की इन द रिसेंटली announced UPSC Civil Services Result 2024 examination. So Lavanya Gaur, she got All India rank 57. Heartiest congratulations and welcome to you, dear Lavanya.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
And my second very special esteemed guest is again a UPSC topper, All India rank 35. In fact, I should say Dr. Shreyak Garg. श्रेयाक, हार्टिएस्ट कॉन्ग्रेचुलेशंस टू यू एज वेल एंड बहुत बहुत शुभकामनाएं आपको, और आप आज इस शो पे आए, आपका बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद।
Thank you very much, ma'am. It's an honor to be here.
Thank you so much. Friends, AIR 35, AIR 57, both the guests have a very inspiring journey and I would definitely quickly like to hear from them. But briefly introduction देना मेरा कर्तव्य है before starting the conversation with them. Welcoming our first guest, Dr. Shreyak Garg. He belongs to Sonipat, Haryana. और इनके फादर एजुकेशन फील्ड में है. He is a very esteemed dean at a university in Sonipat. His mother is a homemaker. And Shreyak did his MBBS graduation from MGIMS सेवाग्राम वर्धा इन महाराष्ट्र। 2022 में इनका अपना MBBS का जो सफ़र है वो वहाँ उन्होंने ख़त्म किया। उसी दौरान उन्होंने सिविल सर्विसेज के एग्ज़ाम्स देने भी स्टार्ट किए एंड 3rd अटेम्प्ट में 35 रैंक प्राप्त की। और एक और विशेष बात मैं बताना चाहूँगी कि डॉक्टर श्रेयाक ने अपनी फर्स्ट प्रेफरेंस जो हमारा फॉर्म होता है DAF उसमें IFS को दिया है, इंडियन फॉरेन सर्विस। ही विल बी सून जॉइनिंग द डिप्लोमेसी ऑफ इंडिया एज एन इंडियन फॉरेन सर्विस ऑफिसर। Congratulations to you, Shreyak.
Thank you very much, ma'am.
Miss Lavanya Gaur, she hails from Delhi and having an academic excellence, whether it was school, whether it was her college. उन्होंने BTech in Computer Science किया from Indira Gandhi Delhi Technical University for Women in 2021. She has been a topper. She has worked as software engineer at Salesforce. She also got so many scholarships and accolades. Google Women Tech Maker Scholar, जो कि दुनिया के 75 चुनिंदा महिलाओं को दिया गया। कॉलेज में she got JS Confer Hawaii Scholar. She also got Goldman Sachs V-Tech Scholar. So इतने सारे felicitations के साथ साथ उन्होंने एक शिफ्ट लिया कि उन्हें सॉफ्टवेयर फील्ड से निकल के उन्होंने सिविल सर्विसेज में जाने का अपना इरादा किया एंड शी गॉट इनटू दिस एग्जाम इन हर 4th अटेम्प्ट। इट इज par excellence the way she has otherwise also worked earlier in this software field with so many accolades and now shifting to the administration. और दोनों ही हमारे गेस्ट की जो हॉबीज हैं, जब मैं इनका प्रोफाइल पढ़ रही थी तो हॉबीज बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग दोनों की हैं। स्पेशली डॉक्टर श्रेयाक इज वेरी मच फैसिनेटेड and he is always curious to know about the national flags. So he is a vexillophile. And लावण्या जी की अगर हम बात करें तो she is doing one very important thing as part of her hobby. She has been doing gratitude journaling. जब मैंने पढ़ा तो मुझे उसको देख के कि किसी ने ये बात लिखी है, because that is so important for each one of us, that how much grateful we are for what we receive. Recently जो अभी 2 दिन पहले ही बहुत अनफॉर्चुनेट इंसिडेंट हुआ, हमारे देश में त्रासदी हुई जिसमें प्लेन क्रैश में 241 पैसेंजर्स डाइड एंड उनके अलावा जो बच्चे हॉस्टल में कैंटीन में खाना खा रहे थे अहमदाबाद में और उसके आसपास के एरिया में जिन लोगों की भी डेथ हुई और क्रू मेंबर्स की डेथ हुई और उसके अलावा कितने लोग इंजर्ड हो गए, तो ये एक रिमाइंडर है हमारे लिए, बार बार ये रिमाइंडर है कि लाइफ इज सो अनप्रेडिक्टेबल, लाइफ इज सो फ्रेजाइल, वी डोंट नो व्हेन वी आर सपोज्ड टू डिपार्ट फ्रॉम हियर. सो बीइंग ग्रेटफुल फॉर व्हाट वी हैव इन लाइफ इज very important. Being kind, being humble, being compassionate, it is very important. And Miss Lavanya has mentioned in her profile that yes, she likes to do meditation. She is adopting gratitude journaling, which I think every one of us should be doing. So friends, with this brief introduction, I would now request my esteemed guests to give their insights. पहला मैं आप दोनों से यही सवाल मेरा है कि आपकी जर्नी, श्रेया आपसे शुरू करते हैं कि आपकी जर्नी सोनीपत में आपका जन्म हुआ, वहाँ स्कूलिंग आपकी सोनीपत में ही हुई, उसके बाद फिर आपने MBBS अपना ज्वाइन किया। तो सिविल सर्विसेज में आपका, आप पहले तो यही बताएं कि आपकी स्कूली शिक्षा और कॉलेज का एक्सपीरियंस कैसे रहा और फिर सिविल्स में आने का आपका ओरिएंटेशन कब से बना? When did you actually think about, क्योंकि डॉक्टरी प्रोफेशन जो है वो अपने आप में एक सेवा का माध्यम है, तो उससे वो शिफ्ट आपके माइंड में कब आया?
Yes, ma'am. So I was born in Kurukshetra.
Kurukshetra, okay,
Yes.
right.
But I have been raised in Murthal. And from the very beginning of our childhood, my parents had stressed on the academic excellence.
Right.
So that led me to develop an academic orientation. And as far as my schooling friends are concerned, we had this great group of friends with whom we enjoyed a lot of activities, and I got to learn a lot from them, like different kind of sporting activities. So it was a childhood filled with fun and a lot of learning activities.
Nice.
So
तो आपका स्कूलिंग मूर्थल में ही हुआ?
and yes ma'am, in Sonipat.
सोनीपत में, yes.
Yes ma'am. So by the 10th we have to choose between maths and bio. And since there was no doctor in my extended family, so my dad said, okay, you are a good student, you can go for the field of medical sciences. So I opted for biology.
Okay.
Then 2 years of NEET prep, and then I was fortunate enough to have entered into MGMS for my MBBS degree.
Right.
And then 6 years of MBBS course. During that, I also got to learn a lot, especially from the patients itself. It led me to develop skills like empathy, compassion.
Yeah.
So during that phase, in fact, I would say during the internship, after seeing the suffering of so many people, the patients exactly, and the kind of civil services which it offers you the opportunity to work on a larger scale and bring a change at a mass level. So that was the initial inclination, you can say, that led me to the civil service.
Right. So डॉक्टर श्रेयाक ने अपने मेडिकल फील्ड में जो उनको एक्सपीरियंसेस उन्होंने देखे कि एम्पैथी कंपैशन तो डेफिनेटली ही मस्ट हैव ऑलरेडी इनबिल्ट होती है ये चीजें, बट देन व्हेन यू हैव दैट काइंड ऑफ एन एक्सपीरियंस इट गेट्स रीइटरेटेड. एंड बिसाइड्स दैट द वे यू इंटरेक्ट विद पीपल, द वे यू डील विद देयर प्रॉब्लम, उससे उनका जो रिजॉल्व है सोसाइटी की तरफ कुछ अपना कंट्रीब्यूशन देने का वो और स्ट्रांग हुआ. एंड दैट इज हाउ ही स्टार्टेड this idea of getting into civil services. Very inspiring. Lavanya, how has been your school childhood और आपका birth, आपकी स्कूली शिक्षा के बारे में कुछ बताएं. And then when did this idea of civil services came to your mind?
Yes, ma'am. So I was born and brought up in Delhi. I did my entire schooling in college from Delhi itself. My mother is a teacher and father is also in government service. So there was a natural inclination towards being good at academics, just like a simple middle class family. So I would consider, I would say I was academically strong. And till 12th class, I would say that I was more into academics and I sort of ignored the other aspects of life, like sports and everything. So in 10th class, because I was very much interested in maths, physics and everything, science naturally intrigued me. So I like the logical problem solving. I love the aptitude problem puzzles and everything. So thereafter, I chose science as my stream with computer science as my elective in my school. So from there onwards, I developed a natural inclination towards computer science and how we can use, coding, developing softwares, everything to solve real world challenges. In school, it was kind of a basic course about computer science. But then when I joined my college, I did my college from IGDTU, Indira Gandhi Delhi Technical University for Women. So there it was a completely different exposure. I mean, I was so much fascinated by how, when I wrote my first code and I built a calculator and I could see, we always use calculators, but building my own thing and seeing that, it can calculate stuff and everything, it really fascinated me that I can do a lot more with code and everything. And what I can imagine, I can actually tell it to the computer in their language and they can solve out the problems. So this building upon this inclination, I joined I got various scholarships from Google, Salesforce, etc. So I would say that I was a techie, and today also I'm a very, geeky, I'd say techie person. And I love to solve real world challenges using technology anywhere and everywhere where I could implement it. So inclination towards civil services was a bit sort of organic for me. I would say it was not a childhood dream to become a civil servant, but when I was in college, I was running a society called Association for Computing Machinery Society. So I thought that I was good at coding and development and software building and everything. So why not help out the girls out there? Because my college was an all women's college, and I could see and sense that there is some I mean, there are systematic biases in computer science and STEM fields as well, that, some misconceptions that women are less than men in
or they
maths,
can't
logic.
yeah.
Yes, ma'am, definitely. So I thought that was somehow hindering the women, especially, to come out and explore their capabilities, their talent. So that's where, with the motive of sort of building the gender divide that was existing at my level, I started the society, and I was mentoring many like female candidates and even the other groups as well. So there I decided that if and I had seen good results, like the students, my juniors used to come to me that दीदी आपने इतना हेल्प करा, यहाँ पे उनकी मतलब उनकी बहुत अच्छी अच्छी कंपनीज में उनकी जॉब्स लगी, उनके खुद के एफर्ट्स. I just guided them that you have different opportunities, solving their problems, even their personal problems, by forming a bond. So I found out that this is at my personal level. So maybe if I get a bigger platform than this, I could actually contribute a lot more to build especially this gender divide in various aspects in society and to empower our women, because women are no less than men in any field, even they're more, because I think that women have that superpower that they can manage their personal lives, their family lives, even as a professional lives, with utmost empathy and compassion towards people. So that inspired, that ignited that spark that, civil services can provide me good opportunity. But post completing my graduation, I worked as an engineer, software engineer at Salesforce, just to get that financial stability and independence, because although my family was like a decent middle class family, but I think that financial independence for every woman is very important, because that gives us the agency to voice out our decisions and to take that choices for ourselves. So I wanted to gain that financial freedom, and eventually I decided that I would pursue this.
But I'm sure that when you are speaking about financial independence, besides this, your parents and family, they would also be supportive of your decision.
Yes, ma'am.
From the initial phase only.
This kind of a success, even any small little success, especially for me and for everyone else, it is impossible without the immense support and the motivation, the kind of atmosphere the family provides. Thank you is a very a small word. It cannot compensate for the things that they have given for us.
Shreya, how was your experience? आपकी family में भी I'm sure फादर साहब का, मदर का बहुत इम्पोर्टेंट रोल रहता है, हम सबके फैमिली का इम्पोर्टेंट रोल रहता है. उनका सपोर्ट आपकी लाइफ में कैसा रहा? और ये रिजल्ट का मैं दिन आपको थोड़ा फ्लैशबैक, इवन दो इट्स नॉट दैट ओल्ड फॉर यू, आई एम श्योर, कि वो रिजल्ट आपका किसने देखा एंड हु टोल्ड यू? क्या आपने खुद देखा या किसी ने बताया? एंड वो मोमेंट आपके लिए, आपके पेरेंट्स के लिए कैसा था?
As talking about parents' contribution, I have received wholehearted support from my parents and even my younger brother for pursuing whether be it the medical sciences field or whether be it civil service examination.
So you are two siblings?
Yes, ma'am. We are two siblings.
आप बड़े हैं?
Yes, ma'am. I am the elder one. I have a younger brother.
What is he doing?
Ma'am, he has completed his BTech in computer science recently, and he will be joining Novartis company in Hyderabad.
Okay. Nice.
And so talking about parents' contribution, like ma'am, during the mains was a monster for me, and I used to have this lot of stress. So during that moment, my mother taught me yogic exercises and meditation, which totally helped me to relieve stress. Like every morning, she would come to me and first make me sit for meditation for like 30 to 45 minutes and help me to just breathe, focus on my breathing, and just to relieve that stress. So that was the moment which literally set my day, that okay, I can put in some hours without some stress. And talking about the interview phase, my personality test was on 10th of January. That was in the initial phase.
Starting में ही आ गया.
Yes, ma'am. So I had only 20 days to prepare. And that was the moment, because it was my first interview experience. So I did not knew anything about it. And for the past 2 years, I have prepared in a social isolation. So I was very much, you can say, worried and fearful of
you are actually cut off from the rest of the part.
Yeah. So when you
don't meet people also.
Yes, ma'am. So when you are cut off from the world for the last 2 years, you start to have that doubt over your social skills or your communication skills.
Yes.
Whether they are at that level or not, whether you will be able to give your opinions or express your opinions in a balanced form or not. So in those 20 days, my dad helped me a lot. Like he used to keep on sitting on ChatGPT to frame questions for me, to interact with me, and to just ensure that I am actually getting out the communicative skills which I have, and even just take kind of mock interviews for me, or just build up some questions on my personal, on my medical sciences field. So there my dad played an immense role in
very nice
PT prep, I would say. And I'm coming to my result day. I'm fortunate enough that my brother got it recorded. So it's a very wonderful moment. Actually, I did not see my result. It was someone else who messaged me that you are AIR 35 and it's a credible. So I accepted that this message is true. And once we saw that message, my mother and brother were at home at that moment. I told them, we were very excited. We were just laughing and jumping. And we were also having this surreal feeling of, you can say, a bit of
emotional.
Emotional. That nostalgia happens. Okay, the past 2 years of journey is finally culminated.
You have done so far to reach up to this level.
Yes, ma'am. So it was a surreal feeling and totally an unbelievable one.
Yeah, I'm sure. Friends, श्रेयाक ने कितना ब्यूटीफुली उनकी मदर का रोल बताया, एंड आई एम सो हैप्पी कि उनके अपनी सारी जिम्मेवारियों के अलावा भी अपने बेटे को सुबह वो 40-45 मिनट सुबह योगा का अभ्यास करा रही हैं, मेडिटेशन करा रही हैं, क्योंकि बहुत ज़रूरी है. इस पे भी हम बाद में दोबारा से मैं ज़रूर करूँगी आप दोनों से ही, अबाउट द फिजिकल एंड मेंटल हेल्थ एंड वेलनेस, बिकॉज दिस इज ऑल्सो वन थिंग जो एस्पिरेंट्स को बहुत ज़्यादा ज़रूरी है ध्यान देना, कि बर्नआउट का फेज कभी भी आ सकता है, बट उस लेवल तक नहीं पहुंचना है. तो वो पहुंचने से बचने के लिए हम प्रिवेंटिव क्या कर सकते हैं, व्हाट इज द प्रिकॉशन दैट वी कैन टेक. एंड उनके फादर ने, देखिए उन्होंने शायद अपने टाइम में कभी ChatGPT कभी यूज नहीं किया होगा, एंड नाउ जस्ट टू असिस्ट हिज सन टू गिव दैट कॉन्फिडेंस and to kind of being able to interact with him, he is using that kind of a tool in this age, और उससे वो अपने बेटे की तैयारी उन्होंने कराई. तो पेरेंट्स का जो, फैमिली का जो हमारा रोल है, जो सपोर्ट है, वो अनबीटेबल है, अनपैरेलल है, एंड वी कैन नेवर रीपे व्हाट दे डू फॉर अस. वो तो लिमिटलेस रहता है. लावण्या, हाउ वाज योर पेरेंट्स सपोर्ट? आई एम श्योर आपने तो ब्रीफली मेंशन भी किया कि इट केम टू यू ऑर्गेनिकली एंड दे वर ऑल फॉर यू ऑलवेज. रिजल्ट वाले दिन आप कहाँ थे एंड किसने आपको बताया? उस टाइम में उनका क्या रिएक्शन रहा? द रिजल्ट डे एक्सपीरियंस.
मैम, जब इस प्रोसेस में हम एग्जाम की तैयारी करते हैं तो वी आर नॉट अलोन. every family member is going through that process. They are involved, they are sacrificing their trips, their everything, just to ensure that we have that space wherein we can study and nothing hinders us that way. So I think कि उनका ज़्यादा बड़ा sacrifice है मुझसे ज़्यादा. तो जब रिजल्ट आया, I was at home, I was with my mother, younger brother, grandmother, grandfather.
Okay.
So my mentor called me and told me that I got 57th rank. So I thought that I would, मैंने रील्स देखी थी कि लोग रोते हैं, थोड़ा क्राई करते हैं ना, they get emotional. I was so happy and excited. I think that I would cry. But वो मैं कोशिश कर रही थी रोने की, so excited that I couldn't stop laughing like with my family members. But that feeling,
वो तो कोई भी इमोशन नेचुरली जो आता है, that is from your heart. So somebody would cry, somebody would laugh, somebody would feel emotional. वो सबका अपना है.
Yes, and when I told this to my grandma and grandfather, they started crying. So they saw their sort of dream coming true, reality. So when I saw their faces, that satisfaction, that happiness on their faces, that was unparalleled. That made me cry finally. So seeing the happiness on their faces actually, made me feel that yes, I have achieved something. So
I can very well relate to my experience also, because all these days will always be in your memory. So very nice. आपने मेंटर का नाम नहीं बोला, you mentioned about your mentor. So if I may ask, who was your mentor? Like जिन्होंने आपको रिजल्ट बताया, and then श्रेयाक से भी मैं पूछूंगी उनकी लाइफ में कोई मेंटर रहे हैं.
मेंटोर जिन्होंने मुझे रिजल्ट का नाम बताया था, ही वॉज मनोज बिष्ट सर. ही इज करंटली एट अ कोचिंग इंस्टीट्यूट, बट ही हेल्प मी अ लॉट इन माई ऑप्शनल प्रिपरेशन GS, एंड ही यूज टू मोटिवेट मी कि सर कभी पढ़ने का मन नहीं कर रहा, हो ही नहीं रही है पढ़ाई, बिकॉज देयर आर डेज व्हेन यू आर फीलिंग लो एंड एवरीथिंग, डिजेक्टेड, क्या पता नहीं क्या होगा आगे, कैसे होगा. सो आई यूज्ड टू कॉल हिम अप एंड ही ऑलवेज यूज्ड टू मोटिवेट मी कि लावण्य कुछ नहीं, बस अभी तुमने देखो इतना कर लिया, कम सो फार, नॉट टू कम दिस फार, ऐसे करके यूज्ड टू टेल मी स्टोरीज के यूज्ड टू मेक मी फील गुड. एंड उसके बाद लिटरली आई यूज्ड टू गो बैक एंड स्टडी अगेन. So he was one mentor whose guidance has been a lot. I'm grateful for him. And apart from that, apart from them, there are other mentors as well whose support has been very instrumental in my journey. So guidance जो वो देते हैं बिना, I think without guidance, there is a lot of information explosion out there. There are a lot of social media, YouTube and everything. इतनी सारी topper videos और वो सब होती हैं. So sometimes I think that we can actually deviate very easily in the process. Yes, so guidance एक बहुत important हो जाता है वो डायरेक्शन देने के लिए कि आप अपने जो गोल है उसको मोस्ट एफिशिएंट तरीके से अचीव कर सकें.
श्रेयाक, आपकी लाइफ में मेंटर्स रहे हैं ऐसे कोई लोग जिन्होंने आपको गाइडेंस दिया हो पेरेंट्स के अलावा? पेरेंट्स आर डेफिनेटली देयर. यस.
Yes, ma'am. Like here, I would like to take the name of Dr. Rahul Narang sir and
Okay.
Sangeeta Narang ma'am. They were
डॉक्टर
my
राहुल नारंग एंड
Sangeeta
संगीता
Narang
नारंग
ma'am.
जी. ओके.
They were my like guide and mentor throughout my MBBS days.
अच्छा.
yes, ma'am.
ओके.
And whenever
सो इन द इंस्टीट्यूट जहाँ से आपने MBBS किया वर्धा में. ओके.
yes, ma'am. But currently, sir is dean at AIIMS BB Nagar.
ओके.
Yes, ma'am. So when I was in the institute, he was my guide for research projects.
राइट.
But through that relationship, one thing that evolved was he also started to give me advice on life-like things, like how to handle life.
Right.
And when you go out of home for the first time to a place like Wardha, away from family,
Yeah,
or
yeah,
1,000
yeah.
kilometers away.
दिल्ली से
You need-
महाराष्ट्र जाना.
Yes, ma'am. So you need
Not
some
easy.
parent-like figures out there who can help
Mhm.
you out with adapting to the new environment. And in fact, I remember, like I used to call him after every prelims examination or mains examination, and used to discuss with him. Okay, these are the things going on.
Right.
How should I go about? In fact, when I
Right.
took the decision of diving into this prep, so apart from my parents, only sir's family was the one which knew. Okay, I will be preparing. For
You are
civil
preparing
service
for this examination, right? Yeah, because you can't share this with everybody.
Yes.
They may not understand or they may raise also doubts कि डॉक्टर तो बन गए हो, अभी इसके अलावा अभी क्यों है, पहले ये कर लीजिए,
Yes.
इसके अंदर कुछ स्पेशलाइजेशन, then think of after few years. I mean, there could be mixed reactions.
Yes.
Yes.
In
So-
fact, when I told him, so I was myself apprehension. I had my apprehensions that will I be able to do it, sir? So sir told me only one thing. He said, take a shot, even if you don't think you have any chance. And with that shot, I stand here. So a lot of credits to him. And in fact,
Yeah.
after my personality test ended on 10th of January,
Yeah.
so I was with him on 25th of January, just one day before Republic Day. And I asked him, sir, what do you think? What will be my result? So he told me one
Selection
thing.
होगा या नहीं?
Yes, ma'am. That was the same doubt कि okay sir, selection होगा या नहीं होगा, rank कहाँ मिलेगा,
Third
कौन सी
attempt
service
है ये
मिलेगी.
वाला, हाँ.
Yes, ma'am. What will I do afterwards अगर इसमें नहीं हुआ? So he said to me only one thing: you will get what is best for you. And I literally got what is like the thing which I wanted.
Yeah.
So a lot of
Yeah.
credit to sir and ma'am.
And just see, your preference is Indian Foreign Service, and we all know कि if you're not in the top ranks, you will not get Indian Foreign Service. I mean, the service allocation system is like this. And with AIR 35, he's bound to get into the Indian Foreign Service. So श्रेया, किसी से ही मेरा सवाल है, जो आपने बताया कि MBBS में आपका ये दोनों आपके मेंटोर्स थे, तो ये जो MBBS से आपका शिफ्ट आपने किया, एंड फ्रैंकली शिफ्ट करना इजी नहीं होता है, और उसमें भी जैसे आपका थर्ड अटेम्प्ट में सिलेक्शन हुआ, तो देयर वाज अ गैप इन बिटवीन, राइट, व्हेन लाइक यू आर प्रिपेयरिंग, और आप अपने मेडिकल प्रोफेशन में एज सच बहुत ज्यादा कुछ एक्टिवली नहीं कर पा रहे हैं, और आप तैयारी कर रहे हैं, और वो एक सवाल हमारे पास में इंटरव्यू देने के बाद भी हमारे माइंड में रहता है कि इस लिस्ट में नाम आएगा या नहीं आएगा, बिकॉज नोबडी कैन प्रेडिक्ट वेदर यू विल क्वालिफाई, शायद ये पता लग जाता है कि क्वालिफाई हो जाएगा, बट फिर वही बात है कि रैंक क्या आएगी, रैंक हमने जो एक्सपेक्ट किया है उस सर्विस के अकॉर्डिंग आएगी या नहीं आएगी. तो ये जो पीरियड था ऑफ अनसर्टेनिटी, आई वुड से, डिड यू ऑल्सो गेट एंजाइटी, और आपको ऐसे कुछ सेल्फ एप्रीहेंशंस या ऐसे कुछ सेल्फ डाउट्स आए? और जब आए होंगे, अगर आए हैं, तो आपने उसको कोप अप कैसे किया? बिकॉज दिस शिफ्ट मस्ट नॉट बी इजी. लाइक एक डॉक्टर बनना ही अपने आप में आपकी काबिलियत पे एक ठप्पा लगा देता है कि आप इंटेलिजेंट हैं, आप अकेडमिकली साउंड हैं, आप डॉक्टर बने हैं, अच्छे ग्रेड्स आपके हैं, आप वहां तक बन चुके हैं, और उससे फिर आप इस फील्ड में आ रहे हैं जिसमें सिलेक्शन का 100% नहीं होता है. तो इस प्रोसेस को कैसे आपने हैंडल किया, ये आप थोड़ा शेयर कीजिए.
Yes, ma'am. And so when I came back to my home after completing my college, so I
Right.
told my dad that give me 2 years for this examination, 1 year of prep and 1 year of examinations.
हाँ, ये तो मिनिमम ही है.
Yes, ma'am.
बिल्कुल.
So if I will be able to clear it, that's good enough. But if I am not able to clear it, then I will go back to being a doctor. But as you talked about the opportunity cost of the shift from being a doctor towards
Yeah,
civil
opportunity
servants,
cost, yes.
so I had this realization within myself that over the years, like 2 years, I was losing my clinical skills.
Yeah.
So that fear of
And updations भी आती हैं, न्यू थियरीज एंड न्यू साइंसेस कीप कमिंग अप, एंड देन आपका जो क्लिनिकल प्रैक्टिस है वो आप नहीं कर पा रहे हैं.
यस मैम, वो
Yes.
हाथों से स्किल्स छूटने लगते हैं
या
तो और आपकी नॉलेज भी कम होने लगती है, आप पेशेंट से इंटरैक्ट नहीं कर रहे हैं, तो आपके लिए वो डायग्नोसिस बनाना, ट्रीटमेंट प्लान्स बनाना वो थोड़ा मुश्किल होता रहता है. एंड ऑल दीज थिंग्स ऐड टू योर फियर कि
Yeah.
अगर इसमें नहीं हुआ तो मैं क्या करूंगा.
या
जब ये एक फियर आता है मैम, तो देन देयर इज ऑब्वियसली प्लान बी एज अ नीट एग्जामिनेशन, बट नीट एग्जामिनेशन इज अ टोटली डिफरेंट वन एंड
Right.
सिविल सर्विस इज अ डिफरेंट वन. Then you
Right.
also have to deal with that prospect that if you fail in civil services, you will have to go again through an examination cycle, again through a competitive exam, and in that exam, you will have to prepare your almost 5.5 years of MBBS again. So that fear always stays with you. But when you are pursuing your activities, like you are studying with your dedication, you are studying with a strategy in your mind, and you are measuring your progress, not by the results, but by your progress, then you somewhere have a confidence that you will be able to clear it. As you just said, ki you might be knowing that you may end up in services, but
Yeah.
you may not know where you will end up.
नंबर क्या आएगा, रैंक क्या आएगी.
In fact, even for this result, I was expecting, okay, I will land up somewhere in between 100 to 200 rank because I thought I have done decent enough in my mains and something.
नहीं, अगर ये भी कॉन्फिडेंस है तो बहुत बड़ी बात है. 100 और 200 के बीच में आ जाएगा. This is commendable.
Actually, it was just
ठीक.
how I was measuring my progress.
Yeah.
And I thought,
Of course, मतलब ये कोई भी व्यक्ति ऐसे ही नहीं बोल देगा.
listen,
पूरा एक सिस्टम है, सिस्टम को एनालाइज करके हाउ यू परफॉर्म्ड, इट ऑल कम्स थ्रू दैट.
yeah, you have to strategize a lot.
It
And you
cannot
have to
come
be
like this.
accountable for your progress to your
Yeah.
parents or anyone who is around you.
टू योर ओन सेल्फ, आई थिंक सबसे ज्यादा इम्पोर्टेंट तो हमारी अकाउंटेबिलिटी हमारी खुद की है, क्योंकि डिसीजन आप दोनों का ही, आप दोनों ने खुद ने लिया है डिसीजन. जैसे मैंने अपने लिए खुद लिया था और बाद में फैमिली को कन्विंस किया था.
Yes, ma'am.
You know, so it is your decision, so you are accountable for your own self. Yes. So very rightly said, श्रेयाक ने जैसे बताया कि भाई अपनी आपका जो मूल्यांकन है वो करते रहना है. श्रेयाक, उसी में ही जैसे एप्रीहेंशन आए, सेल्फ डाउट आए, तो उसके लिए क्या किया आपने?
Ma'am, for that, sometimes you will fail to control that. This is totally
कभी
normal.
तो आएगा. हाँ.
Yes, ma'am. Like there will be a day in week when you will not be able to control it, and you will
आपको
waste
लगेगा
that
कि
day.
छोड़ दो. हाँ.
Yeah, you will waste that day. Every day you will face that self doubt कि अगर नहीं होगा, नहीं होगा, नहीं होगा. But you have to give yourself some time.
And I think it is okay to give that time.
Yes, ma'am. You don't need to be harsh on yourself.
Yeah.
If you are wasting one day, just accept it, I would say.
Accept it.
Because if you won't accept it, then you will face guilt, and that guilt will force you to waste few more days.
Few more days and आपकी तबीयत खराब शुरू होनी हो जाएगी.
Yes, ma'am. It has a lot of bearing on your physical, mental, and
Yeah.
emotional health.
Yeah.
So just try to cope up with it. I think
Yeah.
here the social support system of your parents works a lot, because I used to interact with my mom and dad ki, okay, these are the options that we have. In fact, just after my PT, I remember I told my mom and dad ki, see, there are 4 possibilities. First is we will end up in
Four possibilities. Okay, so what are they?
yeah, the 4 possibilities were ki either if we end up in the first 2 services, the journey is finished.
जो मैंने सोचा है वो मुझे मिल जाएगा, तो ये अभी मेरा ओवर है,
हाँ, ये journey
खत्म
खत्म
है,
हो
खत्म हो जाएगा.
if I get my preference number from 3 to number 6, like IPS, IRS, so I will get into the services and at least I will be an employed person. Will
सरकारी
not be a burden of
तनख्वाह मिलनी
unemployment.
शुरू हो जाएगी and you will enter into civil
Yes,
services.
and moreover, it will give you financial security.
Yeah, of course.
So in between preference number 3 to number 6, it was decided I will not be going back to the field of medical sciences.
Sure, sure.
But if I get, and the third possibility, if I get any services apart, like the ahead services,
Group B services
yeah,
भी हैं,
Group B
allied services हैं.
then I will have to go back to my medical science field. And the fourth possibility was not seeing your name in the list. Then for that, again, you will have to go back to your field of medical sciences.
Friend, this is I would say practically श्याक ने जो एक इवैल्यूएशन किया, आई थिंक एवरी वन ऑफ अस, आप जो भी सिविल्स का एग्जाम दे रहे हैं, ये इवैल्यूएशन आपको करना जरूरी है कि आपकी परफॉर्मेंस कैसी रही. परफॉर्मेंस के बाद 100% असेसमेंट करना शायद नहीं संभव होता, बट एटलीस्ट यू नो कि आपने अपना कितना दे पाए हैं. कई बार तैयारी बहुत अच्छी होती है लेकिन उसके हिसाब से हम परफॉर्मेंस नहीं दे पाते हैं. समटाइम्स आवर हेल्थ डज नॉट सपोर्ट, समटाइम्स डी में ऐसा कुछ हो जाता है विच बिकम्स एन अनकंट्रोलेबल फैक्टर विच अफेक्ट्स योर परफॉर्मेंस. तो श्रेयाक ने 4 ऑप्शंस खुद के लिए, उन्होंने 4 सिनेरियोज एक्चुअली लिखे और अपने पेरेंट्स से भी बात की. उनको बताया कि 4 में से अगर 2 हो जाता है तो श्योर शॉट मैं सिविल सर्विसेज ज्वाइन करने वाला हूँ, और बाकी 2 होंगे तो उसमें मेरे को मेडिकल प्रोफेशन में कुछ करना है. एंड ही ऑल्सो टॉक्स अबाउट प्लान बी. दिस इज फॉर एवरी एस्पिरेंट. सिविल सर्विसेज में आप सालों साल लगे अगर अपने डिवोट कर रहे हैं, वो ओपन एंडेड नहीं हो सकता है. इट कैन नॉट बी एन ओपन एंडेड एग्जामिनेशन प्रिपरेशन. लावण्या, योर एक्सपीरियंस ऑन दिस
from software field, being a software professional, moving to civil services with your intention of contributing. Even your journey took a bit of time. 4 attempts को sustain करना is not easy. And जब मैं आपके बारे में पढ़ रही थी तो 2 prelims में आप prelims में ही flunk कर गए, और फिर mains में cut off से hardly 7 marks से you were kind of deprived of appearing for the interview personality test. How has been your journey for all these attempts and these spells of anxiety and self-doubts? How did you cope up with these?
So, ma'am, I graduated in 21. So, when I worked in Salesforce for 1 year, 21 to 22, with that I gave
उनका ऑफिस कहाँ पे है? If I
in
may ask?
Hyderabad.
So you were staying there?
It was a work from home, so we used to go like
Time to
visit there.
COVID भी I think
Yes,
था,
yes,
so
yes,
it was
yes.
more of work.
So we used to go there for like once in 2-3 months for
Yeah.
2-3 days and then come back.
Right.
So with like just after graduating, I sat for the exam and I did some mistakes. I mean, I never saw the prelims syllabus. I was sort of overconfident and I was not mentally prepared that I have to give this exam. So that was the case with me. So I didn't study and just gave the exam. So
अच्छा, so आपने हाँ मतलब जो फर्स्ट अटेम्प्ट में वो it was your non-serious attempt as I can say.
attempts were my non-serious attempts.
अच्छा, the first 2 attempts were non-serious. Friends, ये हमेशा से avoid करने के लिए
नहीं तो मैं बताऊंगी से और क्यों avoid करना चाहिए.
हाँ, मैं भी सजेस्ट करती हूँ कि just for trial आप देंगे तो उसका कोई फायदा नहीं है. Let Lavanya also add to that.
So 21 mein I was not prepared, so it was like okay. 22 mein I was working, so didn't get that time to prepare for the exam, but I gave the exam. I don't know why, but I just gave that exam. I didn't.
बिना तैयारी के भी दिया पेपर.
For 21 and 22 I didn't study. I didn't see the syllabus
ये
because
भी
was
हिम्मत
not
की बात है.
mentally I was not mentally prepared. And my bua, like she's an IRTS batch 2001 officer, so she told me कि एक बार जाके वो मुझे थोड़ा motivate करना चाह रही थी कि मैं इस माहौल में आ जाऊं, because till then I was not mentally prepared that I have to give this exam. I mean, there was this feeling that I have to give this exam, but when I was not sure of that because job was also very interesting.
Yeah, of course. जो आप कर रहे थे वो भी अच्छा ही था. हाँ.
Yeah. So I was learning a lot of stuff there, working on real world projects and seeing the impact in a very little sense, but yes. So 22 के बाद I was failed in 2 prelims. तो 22 में I left my job in August 2022. So then I was with failed prelims का 2 बार social pressure जो एक वो होता है कि I have been a topper throughout my school and college, and now I know that I am not prepared. My family knows, but you know the other people don't know. So थोड़ा ये social pressure जो हम create कर लेते हैं कि 2 prelims failed हो गए हैं and paper में officially लिखा जाएगा it's my 3rd attempt. So वो कहीं ना कहीं mental pressure, anxiety वो ऐसा हो गया था कि उसमें मैंने पढ़ा but 100% नहीं दे पाई. There was this thing in mental baggage that you know अब तो 3rd attempt है ये and it's you know मेरे को तो लगा था कि मैं first में निकाल दूंगी. So I kind of overestimated myself and underestimated UPSC. So that certainly hindered my performance, my efficiency and everything, and that took a mental toll, anxiety, self-doubts, everything. So in that phase, I couldn't clear 23 का mains. So 23 से 24 के बीच में what I changed was I adopted some hobbies. I started meditation, and my mother has been the biggest supporter in my kind of spiritual journey, my meditation and all that sort of stuffs, which helped me restore my mental well-being, my peace, my calm, that I could focus on other things in a more efficient manner. Like I remember I used to like till date, I used to sit with mummy for like 30-40 minutes and we used to discuss snippets from Srimad Bhagavad Gita, जैसे आपने जैसे start करा था. And she always tells me one thing. Till date, I practice in the morning that subah उठ के she says that you know repeat this quote कर्मण्यवाधिकारस्ते मां फलेषु कदाचन. हम पढ़ते सबको पता है इसका मतलब क्या है कि कर्म करो, अपनी फल की चिंता मत करो, बट इसको इम्प्लीमेंट करना एक्चुअल लाइफ में इट्स वेरी डिफिकल्ट टू नॉट गेट बॉदर्ड बाय द फेलियर्स और द सक्सेसेस दैट यू आर गेटिंग. बट कहीं ना कहीं हम इसे डेली उसमें रिपीट करते हैं एज अ पॉजिटिव एफर्मेशन मैनिफेस्टेशन. इट सर्टेनली penetrates into your subconscious mind and you get that you know sort of detachment कि आपको अपना कर्म करना है, आपको अपना पूरा 100% dedication से, honesty से, you have to be honest with yourself and you have to be honest with the preparation. अपना duty कीजिए and बाकी what is best for you, God will give you that thing. Maybe I'm not best for this, I can do better in other things as well. So that was one thing. I cultivated this sort of meditation practice in my routine. And secondly, I post my 23 attempt because बहुत self doubts आ रहे थे. तो जब मैंने meditation start करा तो उससे मुझे अपने ऊपर self confidence वापस आया. That and especially and my mother tells me one thing that you know we are living in this era of digital governance, 21st century. Civil services is just one option to contribute to the society. If not this, we have many other options in which we can actually do good for the society if we have the right intentions. So that feeling, that you know positive affirmations, it instilled my confidence, it boosted up my confidence, and then from there it was no seeing back. I was always confident कि अगर यही नहीं होगा, and this was my last attempt. I was not preparing for this year's prelims because preparation के time थोड़ा health issues वगैरह भी आ जाते हैं, like strain on eyes and everything. So I was mentally prepared that I have given my 100% in this attempt in all the stuff that I can you know change from the previous strategies and inculcate in this. And post that if this doesn't work for me, then I would go back to my technical career and I would do some sort of software engineering. थोड़ा 2 साल का gap आता है, but I think if you have that dedication, you have that spirit, you can cover that gap. थोड़ा time लगेगा, but you can cover that gap. And post that, I was planning for some social enterprise because eventually I wanted to see the impact of the work that I was creating. So
Very
that was
nice.
planning.
So friends, very important takeaway from conversation with Lavanya कि एक तो एग्जाम आपको चलते चलते ऐसे नहीं देना है just for the sake of gaining experience. ये एग्जाम कैसा है, वो टेस्ट पेपर सब जगह अवेलेबल हैं, आप उसको बैठ के घर पे ही सॉल्व करके देख लो. प्री का भी अवेलेबल है, मेंस का भी अवेलेबल है, इवन मॉक इंटरव्यूज भी बहुत सारे अभी तो अवेलेबल हैं डिजिटल प्लेटफॉर्म्स पे. सो डोंट वेस्ट योर अटेम्प्ट, एवरी अटेम्प्ट शुड बी योर सीरियस अटेम्प्ट. One thing is very important, and the other thing is कि while you are giving your exams, staying confident, staying motivated is very very important. उसके लिए क्या tools आपके हो सकते हैं? She adopted meditation. Dr. Shreyak also adopted yoga through his mother's support. दोनों की ही mothers ने बहुत important रोल और सपोर्ट सिस्टम उनको दिया है. And then, of course, civil services is not only one way through which you can work for the society. बहुत सारी ऐसी ऑप्शंस हैं आज के दिन में और ज़्यादा हैं जिससे आप लोगों के लिए बहुत बेहतर तरीके से और भी काफ़ी कुछ कर सकते हो. कमिंग टू नाउ प्रिपरेशन, स्टेप वाइज प्रिपरेशन, क्योंकि जो स्ट्रैटेजी है एग्जाम की वो बहुत इम्पोर्टेंट है. तो श्रेयक, आपसे मैं पूछना चाहूंगी कि प्रीलिम्स आपने, जैसे आपके 3 अटेम्प्ट्स रहे, तो आपका प्रीलिम्स को लेके आपका एक्सपीरियंस कैसा रहा? पहले तो आप ओवरऑल स्ट्रैटेजी ही प्लीज मैं आपसे रिक्वेस्ट करूंगी कि हाउ डिड यू काइंड ऑफ स्ट्रैटेजाइज जब आपको अपना पहला अटेम्प्ट देना था, तो कैसे तैयारी शुरू करी, और फिर प्रीलिम्स के लिए कोई स्पेशल एस्पिरेंट्स के लिए आप टिप्स देना चाहोगे?
Just to give a bit of backdrop to my first attempt,
Yeah.
it was totally unprepared attempt. Because
Right.
at that moment I was not knowing about the civil services. So I wanted to have some like insight into this examination. So I
Okay.
just registered for the examination and sat into this paper.
Okay.
But that experience in fact helped me, contrary to Lavanya's experience. That experience helped me. It shifted me, okay, this thing is doable. And since you come from a background where you have been attempting MCQs for the past, you can say 8 to 9 years
Right.
since the NEET prep. So I was
Right.
pretty, very much confident with the prelims paper.
सो आपका फर्स्ट अटेम्प्ट में प्रीलिम्स क्वालिफाई हुआ था?
No, ma'am, the prelims was not
Was not
qualified because
qualified.
I did not study at all for that.
Yeah.
So afterwards, I adopted a strategy for prelims. It was more of like an algorithmic approach. So
Right.
first, I used to have a look at the syllabus. Then I used to analyze the PYQs. Then I used to go through the basics, that is only NCRTs, and then the advanced stuff. In advanced stuff, I restricted myself to only one standard book per subject and newspaper for current affairs.
Right.
No current affairs magazine.
Right.
So in this manner, in this approach, I covered my syllabus for the prelims paper, and then I practiced PYQs and MCQs from practice test papers a lot. Because in my opinion, prelims is more not about knowledge. It is more about how you're able to pick out that one answer from those 4 options. So I practiced PYQs a lot. In fact, for my 2023 attempt, I repeated PYQs from 2013 till 2022 almost 3 times. In fact, for
Okay.
2024 attempt, I repeated the very same thing for 3 times.
Right.
And in fact, for my 2025 attempt, when I was preparing, before results, I had already done it once.
Okay.
And third thing was to have an exam day strategy. So I had this elaborate and extensive exam day strategy on which I worked upon. And I used to implement in each of my test papers that I used to give at my home, totally in the exam environment.
So what is the exam day strategy? That is very important. If you can share your exam day strategy.
Yes, ma'am. My exam day strategy start with there was a wording that I used to follow for every of my prelims that I have to stay calm, don't give up, and I have to follow my strategy. And then I had the strategy that how I'll be going to solve my paper. For example, I did not went through 2 or 3 readings. I went in only 1 reading. I have to mark more than 98 questions, and I will only leave 1 question, that too from the history subject. So that was, you can say, a broad overview of my strategy, and it helped me both the times, even in 2023 and 2024.
Very nice. Friends, जो repeated revision श्रेयक ने बताया कि PYQs को इतनी बार रिवाइज किया कि पिछले 10-10 साल के क्वेश्चन पेपर्स को उठा के और उसको 2 बार 3 बार रिवाइज करना, आई थिंक दैट इज द की फॉर एवरीवन, दैट डिस्पाइट व्हाटएवर यू नो, अनलेस यू प्रैक्टिस, आप वो पूरा पेपर ही अटेम्प्ट नहीं कर पाते हैं काफी बच्चे. तो दैट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. एंड देन ऑफ कोर्स उसके साथ साथ जो एग्जाम डे है, एग्जाम डे में आपका मेंटेनिंग योर कंपोजर, मेंटेनिंग योर काम, trying to give your best, that is all very important. Very nicely done, श्रेयक. लावण्या, प्रीलिम्स के लिए आपकी तरफ से आपने क्या स्ट्रैटेजी फॉलो किया? 2 बार जैसे फ्लंक हुआ, फिर नेक्स्ट उसमें आपने दिया, तो व्हाट वाज योर स्ट्रैटेजी फॉर प्रीलिम्स?
Ma'am, in my first serious attempt, 23 and 24 wala bhi, I cleared prelims both the times. And I think that prelims is more of a game of recognition rather than learning and ratifying everything. And for that recognition, you have to do multiple revisions of the same things. So limiting the resources firstly. Secondly is be strong with the fundamentals, be it polity. Polity mein, for example, if I'm reading Lakshmikant, then I have to supplement it with the bare act of constitution. because that gives a good understanding and in a very simple lucid way that what is actually, you know, kabhi kabar Lakshmikant mein there are some mistakes also. So if we read the bare act of the constitution, we get to know their mistakes, and this has happened multiple times in the paper also, that many questions from the articles directly have come if you have good understanding of the bare act. So multiple revisions, and then limiting the resources. One newspaper I used to follow, Indian Express, and I used to give only like 1 hour to the Indian Express newspaper. एंड जो भी न्यूज़पेपर में से इंपॉर्टेंट कोई टॉपिक्स होते थे प्रीलिम्स के लिए, आई नेवर मेड 100 नोट्स ऑन प्रीलिम्स बिकॉज द सिलेबस itself is very large. I used OneNote digital tools so that the notes are consolidated at one place and I can revise it in multiple goes in a very efficient manner. Like I use different highlighters online only, and जो और एक important का जो consolidated पेपर से पहले जो नोट्स होते हैं वो अलग से बना लिए थे मैंने. सो आई यूज्ड टू नोट डाउन द इम्पॉर्टेंट टॉपिक्स फ्रॉम द न्यूज़पेपर, जस्ट द टॉपिक्स, एंड आई यूज्ड टू गूगल देम, या जो भी नोट्स वगैरह ऑनलाइन अवेलेबल होते हैं. And then PYQs are must for prelims. I have done PYQs like multiple times from 2013 to 2023 and 24 now. So PYQs में one important thing that I used to do apart from solving the PYQs, जो 4 options होते हैं उसको भी I used to study in details because it has happened many times कि जो previous years के multiple options है उसमें से ही अगले साल उस option पे question बन रहा है, because these are under this like the broad scrutiny of UPSC, demand of the question जो हम बोलते हैं, जो UPSC पूछना चाह रहा है. तो ऑप्शन से पता लगता है कि अगले साल के लिए जो पैटर्न हम एनालाइज करके करते हैं कि प्रिडिक्ट करने की कोशिश करते हैं, व्हाट आर द इम्पॉर्टेंट थीम्स, तो वो उनसे बहुत अच्छा पता लगता है. एंड देन अपार्ट फ्रॉम दैट गिविंग FLTs जो हमारे फुल लेंथ टेस्ट होते हैं प्रीलिम्स के, मेकिंग योर ओन स्ट्रैटेजी. फॉर एग्जाम्पल मार्किंग मोर देन 90 क्वेश्चंस वर्क फॉर मी बिकॉज 25-30 की रेंज में गलत हो ही जा रहे थे. And then I used to do multiple rounds, 2-3 rounds on the prelims paper. First round में I used to do जो basic questions हो रहे हैं, जो low hanging fruits है.
फर्स्ट बार देखने में आपको याद आ रहे हैं. हाँ जी.
सेकंड में जो फर्स्ट बार नहीं, मतलब जो फर्स्ट राउंड में मुझे लग रहा है कि 50-50 में कहीं अटक रहा है, यूज्ड टू मार्क अ ट्रायंगल ऑन दोस क्वेश्चंस, एंड जो बिल्कुल ही नहीं आ रहे उस पे सर्कल मार्क के ये अगर टाइम बचा तो लास्ट में देखेंगे. ट्रायंगल वाले पे देन आई यूज्ड टू गो ऑन अ सेकंड राउंड, एंड थर्ड राउंड नहीं करती थी बिकॉज what I found in 2022 का जो थोड़ा बहुत मैंने दिया था कि when I used to overthink on questions, it was usually going wrong. So जो first आपका जो brain आपको बता रहे हैं, थोड़ा intuition जो बता रहे हैं, mostly that's the right answer that worked for me. Maybe it might not work for anyone else. So we have to devise our own strategy on the D-Day. I think that if I am honest with my preparation, then confidence will eventually come. And I used to be very confident कि बाहर अगर बच्चे वगैरह पढ़ रहे हैं तो उन पे कोई ध्यान नहीं देना है. I have been honest with my preparation. तो confidently मतलब ये था कि अगर मुझसे नहीं होगा तो किसी से भी नहीं होगा ये वाला क्वेश्चन. एंड ये था मतलब जो 22 के अटेम्प्ट से मैंने सीखा कि अगर हिस्ट्री के क्वेश्चंस पहले आ रहे हैं आपके प्रीलिम्स के क्वेश्चन सेट में तो मैं 2-3 पन्ने आगे बढ़ा लेती थी बिकॉज दैट्स अ बिट डाइसी, वो मैं थोड़ा वीक सब्जेक्ट था.
इवन फॉर मी.
सो दैट वर्क बिकॉज अगर आपके स्टार्टिंग के 7-8 क्वेश्चंस यू यूज अ कूल एंड टेम्पर, वो मेरे साथ ऑलरेडी हो चुका था 22 के एक्सपीरियंस से. सो आई इवेंचुअली 23 में माय सेट स्टार्टेड विद हिस्ट्री क्वेश्चंस एंड आई टर्न लाइक 2 पेपर आगे के पॉलिटी वगैरह से स्टार्ट करते हैं विच आर लो हैंगिंग फ्रूट्स आई वुड से. तो आपको कॉन्फिडेंस बूस्ट करता है एंड जस्ट ट्रस्ट योरसेल्फ, डोंट फियर आउट, एंड I mean there's nothing to lose. You have done your preparation, you will get through prelims. And CSAT के लिए बहुत important है because CSAT is becoming very tougher day by day. तो I was coming from a technical background, maths वगैरह strong था, तो I did that. But many of my friends who took CSAT lightly, they flunked into CSAT, and that is not a very good situation because it's a passing paper. So I would advise कि CSAT में there are very good videos on YouTube, playlist हैं कुछ 2-3 कोचिंग इंस्टीट्यूट्स की, तो उस पे आप जाके देखिए तो आपका एक बेसिक CSAT कवर हो जाता है. तो वहाँ पे अगर इफ यू आर कमिंग फ्रॉम ह्यूमैनिटीज बैकग्राउंड ऑल्सो, वो वीडियोस देख के या बेसिक कॉन्सेप्ट्स करेंगे, PYQs जो करेंगे CSAT के, तो उससे आपका CSAT भी क्लियर हो जाएगा. बट यू हैव टू गिव ड्यू अटेंशन टू द CSAT पेपर ऑल्सो.
या ऑफ कोर्स. देखिए सभी टॉपर्स का एक कॉमन जो एडवाइस हमेशा रहता है वो होता है कि आपको अपना जो टाइम है वो ऐसे आइडेंटिफाई करना है अपने आप से कि यू हैव to do multiple revision, you have to practice PYQs and आपकी ओन नोट्स, चाहे वो फिजिकल फॉर्म में हो चाहे डिजिटल फॉर्म में हो, वो इस तरीके के कंसोलिडेटेड होने चाहिए दैट यू आर डूइंग रिविजन्स विद देम. एंड टुवर्ड्स द एंड, बिकॉज यू हार्डली हैव एनी टाइम बिफोर योर एग्जाम, तो maintaining your health, maintaining your calm, composure, have that confidence that जो आपने किया वो बेस्ट किया है. So don't worry about how others are going to fare in this examination. Just be concerned about your performance. Shreyak, from your mains preparation and mains का जब आपने exam दिया, what was the important thing which you followed? Because mains is, I feel, most important part of this exam. आपका selection, आपका rank, and rank के बाद more important becomes your service. So वो सब निर्भर करता है आपका score mains में क्या रहेगा. तो what advice you would like to give to the aspirants कि mains की तैयारी कैसे करें?
I'm talking about mains. Mains was a monster thing for me because I inherently knew that I am weak in answer writing. And moreover, you have such a vast syllabus in mains. So first thing I did was to prioritize based on return on investment. I had this very fixed priority order that was like, I will go for medical science optional 2, then medical science
आपका optional क्या था?
And my optional was medical science. That was my undergraduation subject.
Okay, very nice.
Yes.
नहीं तो generally doctors shift करते हैं optional से.
To be honest, I didn't have the courage to shift my optional. So my priority order was that I will invest much more time in my medical science optional 2, then optional 1, then ethics paper, then essay paper, then GS2, then GS1, then GS3. And just to tell you, like my marks in this final examination is totally in this descending order.
Achha.
And this was the...
So highest आपके?
That's in medical science optional 2, then in medical science 1, then ethics, then essay, then GS2, then GS1, then GS3. So that is exactly the order. And in fact, this was the exact order I followed between prelims to mains to devote my time. In fact, I devoted almost 70 to 90% of my time to my optional essay and ethics, because these are the papers which will give you maximum return on your investment. These are the papers where you can score on the higher side that you can't even imagine. I would say very tough with the GS papers. So first thing was the prioritization, just to get your head around that vast syllabus. Second major thing, or you can say issue, that I faced was how to revise and retain so much of stuff. So for that, I followed a feedback loop. For example, I have prepared my basic notes. I will revise my basic notes. When I have revised my basic notes, I will practice answer writing. From that answer writing, I will revise the answer which I have written. And from that, I will be gaining some value addition, and I will put that value addition into my basic note. So it becomes a kind of feedback loop. And more I went into this feedback loop, I started to gain confidence about my mains prep. For instance, like in 2023, when the results came out, my mains marks were 716, which I was not expecting. I was expecting somewhere less than 700. But that 716 marks, 25 marks away from cutoff, gave me a kind of confidence that I have to just improve 100 marks, maximum 100 marks. I just have to push myself beyond 800 plus. And that was the thing I worked upon. I saw my weak areas and I saw where I can maximize my marks. And that was the essay and ethics. Because in essay and ethics, like in 2023, I had a combined score of 190. This time I had a score of 230. So out of that, I was gaining 40 marks. Some marks improved in medical science, and then GS1, GS2, GS3. So this feedback loop helped me to retain and revise for mains examination in a much better way.
Right.
And it also boosted your confidence because you can see your progress.
Right.
And third thing which helped me, that I had this perspective that mains examination is an examination of thinking and writing. So there are two aspects for mains. First, you have to think, and then you have to write. In thinking, what matters is how much structured is your thinking.
Right.
Because more the structured your thinking will be, the better you will be able to organize your answer into subheadings and different parts. You will be better able to explore the dimensions of the different questions and better able to hit the demand of question. As far as writing part is concerned, the most important thing is presentation there. You will have to draw maps. I extensively use tables as a comparative analysis. So that helped me a lot. Then you can go for flowcharts, and you also can go for some value addition stuff for like stats. In fact, for ethics, I had this small acronym that I will be doing value addition with. That was QEKT: quotes, example, keyword, thinker, theory. And
Can you repeat it for the aspirants?
Yes, ma'am.
It's
It's
very
actually
interesting.
QEKT. KT.
QEKT.
For instance, like in 2023, my ethics marks were 100. So I knew that my basic concept is all right. What I need to do is just value addition. So I followed that QEKT. That will be my value addition. I will just spray it like a salt in my paper. So quotes, example, keyword, thinker, and theory. And that exactly thing I did this time. And it helped me to increase my score by 20 marks. So these were the 3 pillars for my mains prep.
Quote, keywords, examples,
Thinker and theory.
thinkers and theories. Friends, ये जो elements हैं, why Shreyak improvised from his second to third attempt in the marks in the mains examination is that he could actually structure his thoughts. सबसे important है कि जो वो सोच रहे हैं, उनकी जो thinking है, उस particular theme के ऊपर वो thinking clear होनी चाहिए, वो thinking structured होनी चाहिए, और उससे ज़्यादा important है कि हम पेपर में किस तरीके से लिख रहे हैं. और पेपर में लिखने का जो स्ट्रैटेजी जो उन्होंने बताया QEKT, we may adopt this, you may have some other strategy. आप अपने तरीके से अच्छे लिख सकते हैं, बट जैसा भी है, इंफॉर्मेशन जितनी भी हो, जब तक आप लिखेंगे नहीं, आप प्रैक्टिस नहीं करेंगे, तब तक you won't be able to get good marks, and that is the most important thing. And as he very rightly pointed out, the return on investment. Even I believe कि essay paper for example can be a change maker. क्योंकि आप मेरे टाइम में तो एक ही टॉपिक था जो लिखना होता था, और आपके टाइम में अब 2 थीम्स हैं जिस पे उठा के आपको लिखना है. बट फिर भी अगर आप ब्यूटीफुली उसको स्ट्रक्चर करके प्रेजेंट करते हो, तो कम मेहनत में, या मैं बोलूँगी कि स्ट्रैटेजिक मेहनत में आप अच्छा स्कोर उसमें ला सकते हैं. एंड दैट एक्चुअली हेल्प्स यू इन गिविंग अ जंप टू योर स्कोर. ये बड़ा इम्पोर्टेंट है. लावण्य, मेंस के लिए आपने क्या किया और आप एस्पिरेंट्स को क्या टिप्स देना चाहोगे?
Ma'am, coincidentally, it was almost the same as Shreyak mentioned. I would just like to add few more points. One is that obviously your mains preparation should be interview proof. So mains में PYQs का analysis, it is as important as in prelims. तो PYQs का analysis करके हम themes analyze कर सकते हैं. For example, in GS1, micro theme analysis जैसे मैंने किया in GS1. For example, if they're asking questions about literature, Tamil literature, Buddhist literature, Sanskrit literature, so what are the other themes out of literature which we can study? Because GS1 अलग से कोई ऐसे notes नहीं बनाए थे, मैंने prelims के ही notes थे, but micro themes का analysis करके if I do not have notes on the subjects, then I made that कि these are the probable themes in the upcoming mains. One was that. Second was that I had learned each and every keyword and the syllabus of the entire mains, because when we know the syllabus, we can actually generate dimensions from the syllabus itself, from various pointers. And whenever I used to study content for mains, it was my mindset that I used it in a paper neutral format. It was not that GS4 का पढ़ा है तो GS4 में ही use होंगे, because brain is limited, capacity is limited, so it all depends upon how much you can interlink stuff, and it comes by practice. So the more you can interlink, you revise, you have a consolidated notes, you revise that again and again, and you reproduce it. अगर जो भी आपने पढ़ा है आप उससे 70-80% भी reproduce कर पा रहे हैं, you would get very phenomenal score in mains. So interlinking and this thing is very important. Then mains में जो मैंने syllabus याद करा था उसमें को हर एक pointers पे I had notes, dimensions पे मेरे notes होते थे सारे. And then in answer writing, which is the game changer in mains, I used to do a lot of brainstorming. I used to decode the question framework. I used to write the question framework, like what's the demand one, or how would I start with the introduction? Would I use data? Would I start with the current affairs की news में, जिससे examiner को ये पता चले that I'm up to date with my information base? Or it would be any report which is very relevant in that question. Then what is the demand one of the question? What is the demand two of the question? And in every demand, I used to write 4-5 in pointer format because the examiner is reading your answer copy vertically. They're not reading each and every line. So vertically, when I used to write in pointer crisp format, I used to underline or highlight the important keywords. जिससे वो उसका focus उस पे जाए examiner का, and they're satisfied that you are addressing the demand of the question. So demand 1, 4-5 points, demand 2, 4-5 points in a 10-marker question, and then a good conclusion on a positive note, like a way forward, showing your optimistic side towards things. So these were the 2 additions I would like to do to Shreya.
Right. Very important inputs from both the officers कि आपके अपने जो notes हैं उसको reproduce आप कैसे कर रहे हो. What you know is great, but how you reproduce it in the examination, that is most important. So answer writing practice, giving attention to the PYQs and not referring to too many text. एक ये भी problem होती है कि बहुत ज़्यादा लगता है कि ये भी पढ़ लें वो भी पढ़ लें. Keep your source of study material limited और उस पर विश्वास रखिए. ये भी important है कि what you are studying, you should be convinced that you are studying is right, what you are studying is right. श्रेयाक, इंटरव्यू एक्सपीरियंस आपका कैसा था? एंड इंटरव्यू आपने एक बार दिया है, एक ही बार दिया है आई थिंक, जिस अटेम्प्ट में सिलेक्शन हुआ. तो इस अटेम्प्ट में आपका तैयारी आपने इंटरव्यू के लिए कैसे की? पहले तो वो खुशी बहुत हुई होगी जब मेंस का रिजल्ट आया और आपको पता लगा कि आपको फाइनली इंटरव्यू अपीयर होना है. एंड एज यू इनिशियली मेंशन्ड कि समय बहुत कम था, आपका 10 जनवरी को इंटरव्यू था. You hardly had 20 days. तो आपकी तरफ से एस्पिरेंट्स के लिए क्या इंसाइट्स हैं? एंड देन ऑफ कोर्स हाउ वाज योर एक्सपीरियंस ऑन द डे? बोर्ड कौन सा था आपका और उनके साथ में आपको कैसा महसूस हुआ when you appeared for the personality test?
I'm firstly talking about the interview prep. Actually, I used to strategize a lot, whether it for the prelims or the mains. But for going for the first interview, I did not.
वो डॉक्टर्स और इंजीनियर्स दोनों की ही ये मुझे लगता है कि ये आज की स्ट्रैटेजी आप लोगों की इम्पोर्टेंट होती है. अच्छी बात है, मतलब हम कॉमर्स वाले भी करते हैं, बट वी आर मोर इनटू अकाउंट्स एंड फाइनेंस एंड यू आर मोर विद नंबर्स. Yeah, so yeah, your preparation strategy.
Yes, actually, strategy gives you a lot of clarity.
Yeah.
And it gives you a path, clear path forward. Okay, you have to just walk this path. This is the amount of stuff that you have to do today, in this week, in this month. So it just helps you to maintain that mental sanity also.
Right.
Yeah. Talking about the interview prep, ma'am, I had only 20 days for the prep, so I was not able to strategize.
और वो भी फर्स्ट टाइम ही देना है, पहले साल का एक्सपीरियंस भी नहीं था.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah. So when I was not able to strategize, I had this fear. Okay, how would I communicate? What would I say? What would happen in the interview? And in fact, this was the first interview, so also feel a burden of pressure because you are facing that high stakes game. Because somewhere I knew that my mains has been good enough that I am within the shot for, you can say, higher ranks. So it all comes down to this interview. So in those 20 days, I did not had any strategy. I just was sitting, just going through my national issues, going through international relations, issues around the medical science. So it was more of a prep, you can say a crude prep, because I was just sitting and preparing mostly 24/7. So
आपने mock interviews दिए थे?
Yes, ma'am. I gave 5 to 6 mock interviews, and those 5 to 6 mock
Okay.
interviews helped me to open up, just to break that inertia of starting to communicate.
एक्चुअली बोलने की भी आदत कम हो जाती है ना तैयारी के दौरान, क्योंकि आप लोगों से कम मिल रहे हैं. यू आर इनटू योर ओन वर्ल्ड, यू डोंट वांट डिस्ट्रैक्शंस. एटलीस्ट मेरे साथ तो ऐसा हुआ कि मुझे ऐसे लगा कि मैं नॉर्मल कम्युनिकेशन भी मेरा कम हो गया, बहुत कम हो गया था.
I mean, in fact,
So,
just
yeah.
a detour, like talking about the communication. For 2 years, I was in a social isolation. So when the result came
Yeah.
on 22nd of April,
या द वर्ड इज सोशल आइसोलेशन. या वो हम जो क्वारंटीन वर्ड को पैंडेमिक में हमने यूज किया, वो वर्ड उस टाइम में हमें पता था, एटलीस्ट मेरी वोकैबुलरी में नहीं मुझे आइडिया था. वी वर इनटू अ क्वारंटीन ओनली ना?
yes, ma'am, that is called quarantine.
या दैट वी वर इनटू अ क्वारंटीन. या
Yes, ma'am. And so on result day, मतलब लास्ट 2 इयर्स में मैंने क्यूमुलेटिवली जितने नहीं लोग देखे होंगे उतने उस दिन 6 आवर्स में निकले. लास्ट 2 इयर्स में मैं जितना नहीं बोलूंगा उस दिन लोगों ने मेरे को फोर्स किया उतना बोलने के लिए. लास्ट 2 इयर्स में जितने कॉल्स मैसेजेस नहीं होंगे, इन दैट डे दैट हैपेंड.
and it must have continued even till now.
Yes, ma'am. Although it has come down a bit, but that day was a totally different day. So yeah, talking about the interview prep, Yes, ma'am. I gave 5 to 6 mock interviews, and those mock interviews helped me to break that inertia of starting to communicate. It also helped me to form balanced opinions, because you are receiving the feedback from some of the top bureaucrats who are your panelists, and they will help you to form a better opinion. In fact, I would say a balanced opinion. And thirdly, they will point out some of your strengths. And when somebody tells you about your strength, it gives you a kind of confidence. So I remember my last mock interview was on 6th of January, and my interview was on 10th of January.
Right.
So on 6th of January, my last mock interview, it went very well. And so I gained that kind of confidence. Okay, I'm now good to go for the
कि
interview.
आप तैयार हैं.
Yes, ma'am. Now I'm good to go for my final interview. So talking about...
How was that day?
Yes, ma'am. So talking about the interview day, that was on 10th of Jan. I was the first person in afternoon session.
Okay.
And I had board of Shri Sanjay Verma, sir. He's also an ex-IFS officer. So when I got to know about it,
Mr. Sanjay Verma.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am. When I got to know that an ex-IFS officer will be chairperson of my panel, I was excited. Okay, we will have discussions on international relations. And it went on a kind of expected lines. We talked about international relations. We talked about...
उन्होंने देखा होगा ना डैफ में आपने प्रेफरेंस डाला है आईएफएस का.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
So we talked about international relations, some national issues, some you can say issues surrounding the medical sciences field or the doctors field.
Right.
And my interview was good, you can say a good mix of factual questions, opinion-based questions and situation-based questions. Overall, when I came out, it felt like a very cordial conversation where they were just trying to know me, know my opinions and what kind of personality do I carry. So it was a very good, I would say very calm and confident feeling when I came out of interview.
Very nice. Friends, मॉक इंटरव्यूज बहुत ज्यादा दे ये जरूरी नहीं है. 5 या 6 दिए श्रेयांक ने, और उसके साथ साथ जो है कि टाइम भी लिमिटेड था. 20 दिन का समय तो बहुत कम होता है. 20 दिन को भी आप मान लीजिए 2 ही हफ्ते हैं आपके पास में. 2 हफ्ते में जो अदरवाइज भी पढ़ा है वो थोड़ा अपडेट भी करना रहता है. जीके के जो करंट अफेयर्स हैं, क्योंकि ये भी इम्पोर्टेंट है कि जिस दिन आपका इंटरव्यू है उससे एक दिन पहले तक का, या इवन बोला ये जाता है कि आज का न्यूज़पेपर भी पढ़ के जाना, कि जो हेडलाइन आई है एटलीस्ट आपको पता होना चाहिए, कि बोर्ड को ऐसा ना लगे कि वहां से क्वेश्चन पूछ लिया एंड यू आर नॉट अवेयर ऑफ. और वो सब करते 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 भी उनका इंटरव्यू जब आया इतने कम समय में भी, एंड ही परफॉर्म वेल बिकॉज अपने ऊपर एक कॉन्फिडेंस उनको था. श्रेया, किसी के साथ में एक और क्वेश्चन आपसे पूछना चाहूंगी. Your reason for preference for the Indian Foreign Service. ज्यादातर ये देखा जाता है कि जो टॉप रैंक में सिलेक्ट होते हैं ऑफिसर्स, सो आईएएस, इंडियन एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव सर्विस, इंडियन पुलिस सर्विस और इवन इंडियन रेवेन्यू सर्विस, कस्टम्स एक्साइज और डायरेक्ट टैक्सेस, इनकम टैक्स, ये प्रेफरेंस होती है. ऑफ कोर्स आईएफएस भी सिलेक्ट करते हैं. Like my own roommate during my foundation course training, Miss Nabonita, उनकी भी first preference IFS ही थी, and she is now serving as the Indian Foreign Service Officer. मतलब मेडिकल प्रोफेशन से मेरा एक्चुअली ये इंक्लिनेशन आपसे सवाल पूछने का ये हुआ कि आपने जैसे बताया कि लोगों के लिए और करना है ना, तो उससे ये एक ये इंक्लिनेशन आ सकता था कि मेडिकल फील्ड से, फॉर एग्जाम्पल, यू गिविंग प्रेफरेंस टू मे बी आईएएस और आईपीएस. व्हाई डिड यू लाइक, व्हाट मेड यू चूज आईएफएस एज योर फर्स्ट ऑप्शन, एंड हाउ डू यू फोरसी योर प्रोफेशनल लाइफ as a diplomat working for India?
Yes, ma'am. Actually, this shift has a background story to it. So during my last phase of internship, I had a fortunate interaction with then British High Commissioner to India. So he was Mr. Alex Ellis. Then he was
a British High Commissioner to India.
Yeah, he came to our college for a speech. Right. And he interacted with a small group of students in which I was one of them. So he was...
जब आप अपने MBBS कर रहे थे?
Yes, ma'am. Almost in my completion phase during the last 2-3 months.
Right.
So he was talking that how India's global influence is rising. And how India is becoming pivotal to address the global issues. He gave examples of Vaccine Maitri initiative.
Yeah, of course.
This thing coming from a British High Commissioner, and given we have a colonial history, was very much surprising for me. And it literally hit me a hard realization that a person who is of a totally from a different country is expressing such potential about the India.
Gratitude about India and the way India is becoming a global superpower.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
That too. And so he was there with his whole of entourage, and I think there were 2 Indians behind him, all suited and booted up. So I went to them and literally asked them कि ये जो ब्रिटेन में करते हैं, ये करने के लिए इंडिया में क्या करना पड़ता है? तो उन्होंने कहा सिविल सर्विसेज का एग्जामिनेशन देना पड़ता है. So when I went back to home, I tried to search about those 2 people on Ministry of External Affairs website, but I was not able to find any information about them.
Right.
But I came across MEA internship. So I thought this thing, if I'm able to get selected through this MEA internship, it will be a good, you can say, initial point to know about the profession of the civil service or the profession of the diplomats.
Okay.
So I applied to that internship,
Okay.
but unfortunately I was not able to get through.
Okay.
But again, I came across Niti Aayog internship. I also applied to that thing, but again, I was not able to get through.
Okay.
So here I came at a crossroad whether I should pursue this examination or the stream of the civil services or not. So at that moment, I decided forms were out of 2022. So I thought, okay, let's take a dive into this ocean and see how it goes. So when I gave that my first attempt of 2022,
Just to get an idea.
yeah, just to get an idea, it gave me a kind of confidence that these things literally interest me a lot, especially the international relations part. And I felt that confidence, okay, I can get through the prelims phase. So afterwards, I started my prep, and during my prep, I started to develop that, you can say, interest in international relations.
Right.
And moreover, when I started to search about a profession of a diplomat, I thought it aligned with my, you can say, development of a personal development vision also. Like I have hobbies of traveling also, knowing about the national flags. So it all
Yeah, that
started
hobby
to,
is very interesting.
yeah, so it all started to incline me towards the Indian foreign services.
Yes.
So that's why you can say I have chosen the foreign
Yes.
services first preference.
वेरी नाइस. हमारे टाइम में जो सिलेक्शन था IAFS ऑफिसर्स के लिए जो वैकेंसीज निकलती थी, दैट वाज हार्डली 20-25. नाउ आई एम टोल्ड, इनफैक्ट यू ओनली टोल्ड मी कि दिस ईयर इट इज 55.
Yes, ma'am.
So we can see the way India expects the role of its diplomats in the missions abroad, in the embassies abroad, and what important role the Indian Foreign Service officers and even the junior officers who are posted in MEA, who are posted in various such missions and embassies, and also they are working in the agencies, different security related agencies. There are countries in which our officers, even from Indian Police Service, from Indian Administrative Services, Indian Revenue Service, even they are posted there and they are working. So very delighted, I must say, I am here.
I may add
कि वो-
something to that.
Yeah, sure.
Like I was also excited by the prospect that a diplomat will be one who will be showcasing the best of India to the rest of
Yeah.
the world and bringing the best of the world to the India.
Right.
And over and above that, the charm of representing India in foreign embassies as an official
Yeah.
Indian representative.
Yeah, that
So-
is, of course, it's a pride.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a pride. It's a kind of a position which you will have lot of respect, of course, with lot of responsibilities, because you carry your country's name and everything associated with this. Lavanya, your interview strategy and how has been your experience when you appeared? Was it your only first interview या आपने पहले भी से दिया, third attempt में भी दिया था?
Ma'am, this was my first interview.
First and the last, thankfully.
Yes, first and the last.
Same for me, first and last.
Same for me, ma'am.
Yeah.
And luckily, my interview's date was just in the middle of the schedule, 6th March it was.
Acha, okay.
So I got roughly 2.5,
Two
2.5,
months plus.
yeah, 2 months plus to prepare for it. And I think when I look back at things, I did more hard work in smart work for interview than mains. And I was enjoying that process because in this journey, when we are reading so much stuff, we get to lose track of who we are as a person and what are our hobbies, what we have done, etc., etc. So when we are filling our DAF, when I was looking back at the scholarships that I got and what I have achieved in life and what are my hobbies, and actually pursued those hobbies with much more interest back then. So it really was an amazing experience for me, and I guess it all reflected in my interview score. I got 209. So
okay, very nice.
so
I think one of the highest
Yes,
रहा
ma'am.
होगा शायद इस
yes, ma'am. So my interview preparation strategy was very detailed and it was very strategized. I prepared on each and every keyword of my DAF. I prepared online notes. And once preparing on each and every important keywords of the DAF, I did intersection of keywords. Like for example, I worked in Google. I worked in it was a Google Women Tech Makers Scholarship. So like reading about the companies like Google, Salesforce, and then what's the status of women in STEM fields, and what are the opportunities that are there, why they're providing opportunities to women.
Yeah, after so many years
After
of independence.
Yes, ma'am.
Now why is it coming up?
Yes.
Yeah.
So all these intersection of keywords, I prepared 10 to 12 questions on each keyword and the intersection of the keywords, and I prepared, like sat with myself, think on the answer. I give a thought on the answers that what 2-3 points are the most important, because somewhere in the mains we are just in that process कि हमें plus लिखना है, minus, positive, pros, cons, and that way forward. But in interview, it is our opinion that matters. So they're asking us our opinions of the thing. So we get that time to develop. I mean, we have that in our hindsight, but when we have to present it in a manner, so that is a process in itself. So I worked on that. And the interview day was it was a lovely experience with the board. My board was Mr. Shilvardhan Singh sir's board. He was a retired IPS.
Yes.
And the board was very cordial, and it started with a laughing, like it was a kind of a fun light moment. So sir offered me, I was second in my afternoon, so yeah, offered me some biscuits. Asked me biscuits and tea and everything. So I told them no. So he was like, कि ले लो बेटा, कोई नहीं, it would be very fun. So he was trying to
Make you comfortable.
make it very comfortable and very kind of experience a conversation with the elders. That's it. So in a very organic and natural way, it went out, and the questions were mostly around my DAF areas, my scholarships, my optional, why I changed, because after a lot of technical background, I changed my optional to sociology. So why that shift? And I played tennis. So there were situational questions on tennis, comparing it with my personal life and the situations thereafter. And there were questions on work experience, case-based questions that, if you were in this position, how would you handle it? So there were kind of many mix and match questions, opinion-based, case-based, and everything. And it went for around 35 minutes, and it was a very, very good experience for me.
Very nice.
If I may add a thing
Yeah,
to that.
please,
After
sure.
listening to her, that her interview was on 6th of March, I'm realizing a thing that you have perks of an early interview, because I would not have to prepare budget, which came out in February.
Yeah.
I would not have to prepare about US presidential elections
Yes.
and what Mr. Trump did after that.
Of
So I think it was a good thing. I'm feeling
that
happy that my interview went
that
early.
you got over.
Everything has the pros and cons.
Yes. Of course. Like ये जो जर्नी है यूपीएससी का, इसके बारे में एक ही बात बोली जाती है, that this balances out everything, है ना? तो ये जो जर्नी है, ये जर्नी ऑफ बैलेंस ही है. ये किसी को ऐसे लगेगा कि ज्यादा समय मिल जाए तो हम और ज्यादा पढ़ लेते, किसी को ये लगता है कि अभी करके let it be, let me give my best and let it be over, so it may work differently for different people, but one thing is most important, that it tries to bring the best in each one of us. और इम्पॉर्टेंट वही है कि डी डे जो है, चाहे वो प्री का पेपर लिखने की बात है या मेंस के जो 5 दिन जो हमें बैक टू बैक एग्जाम देने हैं, या जिस दिन हमारा इंटरव्यू है, उस दिन हम कैसे फेयर कर रहे हैं एग्जाम में. आई थिंक दैट इज द मोस्ट इम्पॉर्टेंट थिंग. एंड एज श्रेयाक हैज मेंशन्ड कि उन्हें ऐसा लगता है कि जल्दी हो गया, तो बहुत अच्छी बात है, दैट इज गुड. And Lavanya probably got like 2 months of time, so she could prepare some other things, and her experience was also good. So it actually depends only and only on your state of mind and your confidence level.
And plus, ma'am, I think that if we believe that God does what is best for you, so what happens is best for you. I think believing in that is very
तो
important.
वो अगर नहीं करेंगे तो फिर आप सस्टेन नहीं कर सकते हो. ये प्रोसेस आप सस्टेन ही नहीं कर सकते हो अगर इस बात पे विश्वास नहीं करेंगे कि हम जो है वो हम अपना बेस्ट कर रहे हैं. बाकी ईश्वर पे छोड़ दीजिए, और जो होगा वो अच्छा ही होगा. और ये भी हो सकता है कि सिविल्स में सिलेक्शन ना भी हो, तो वो हताश होने की आवश्यकता, ऑफ कोर्स, मतलब यू विल क्राई, यू विल गेट इमोशनल, यू विल फील कि इट्स ऑल वेस्ट ऑफ टाइम, बट देयर वुड बी सम अदर प्लान बी इन योर लाइफ which will be offered to you, or you'll have to seek out for this. I will also, just before I come to my rapid fire, because we have discussed about the strategy, just take question physical, mental health and maintaining
For that, I
emotional
just may
well.
add something to it.
Yeah, sure.
Listening to her light moment of interview, I'd like to share my light moment of interview.
Sure.
So, Chairman sir asked me, name five greatest athletes from India across any discipline. So,
Yeah.
sports being an emotive aspect, I started to rattle out. I took first name of Major Dhyan Chand, then Shri Sachin Tendulkar, then Shri Neeraj Chopra, then Shri Abhinav Bindra. As soon as I was just going to take a fifth name, I took a pause. I remember that I have written badminton somewhere in the sports section and I have not taken a name from it. So I thought कि badminton से तो नाम लेना पड़ेगा. And as soon as I took Miss PV Sindhu's name, chairperson sir was like, "Oh, I was just going to catch you that you have not named a female athlete." And here I was having a wry smile on my face कि मैं तो badminton को सोच के नाम नहीं दिया. सर मेरी जेंडर वैल्यू चेक कर रहे हैं.
आई वाज अबाउट टू से दिस थिंग कि आपने जो 4 नाम अभी तक बोले हैं स्पोर्ट्स बायोग्राफी, आपने सारे मेल ही के क्यों बोले हैं भाई? Why this? Why only 4 males आप बोलते गए और लास्ट में क्योंकि आपने फीमेल का नहीं सोचा. Your thinking was not to mention about a female athlete. You were thinking कि भाई बैडमिंटन से मैं किसका नाम लूं, तो बैडमिंटन में of course we have Miss PV Sandhu shining.
And as soon as I took her name, the sir said, "Oh, I was just going to catch you that you have not named a female athlete."
Female athlete.
Whole board erupted into laughter.
Yeah.
And just listening to her that she scored 200 plus score, I also scored 200 plus. So I think this is a takeaway for the aspirants that if you are able to make a light moment in your interview, or if you are able to make the panelists laugh, then your interview is going on the right track.
Right. Very important कि conversation को maintaining the dignity and maintaining the sincerity and seriousness with the decorum, हम उसके अंदर अपना ease and अपना comfort को reflect करें. That is actually very, very important.
In fact, that laughter just releases your stress out.
Yes.
The kind of stress with which you go into an interview. And afterwards, it was a very simple, cordial conversation and a very smooth conversation which keeps on going because you have also eased out a lot. And when you have eased, you are better able to express your opinions.
Even though my experience was quite different, my interview went it like this कि with all due respect, Dr. D.P. Agarwal sir, he was the chairman of my board and मेरा काफी strict type का interview रहा and all throughout my interview which lasted around 35 minutes, it was like a kind of a sincere and a very serious environment, and there were of course few questions which I could not answer, and then but with my composure and with my kind of a positive confidence, I could tell them that sir and ma'am, I am not aware about this at this moment, but definitely I will update myself when I go out from this interview. So वो हो गया और मेरा जो एक्सपीरियंस है वो किसी और के साथ भी ऐसा होता ही है. Not everybody would be fortunate to get very cordial communication during the board. It may happen anytime, anywhere. Not only UPSC, बाकी भी जो बच्चे कॉम्पिटिटिव एग्जाम्स देते हैं उनमें भी होता ही है जनरली कि कुछ, क्योंकि सबका कंडक्ट करने का तरीका अलग है. एवरीबडीज पर्सनालिटी इज डिफरेंट, बट मूल मंत्र यही है कि चाहे आपका बोर्ड आपको लग रहा है कि बहुत पॉजिटिव है, कहीं एक उसमें एक थोड़ा सा कैच ये भी है कि दे शुड नॉट फील दैट यू आर नॉट सीरियस. ये कैंडिडेट्स एस्पिरेंट्स के लिए एक और ये भी बात इंपॉर्टेंट है दैट you, even if they are comfortable, they are making you feel relaxed in the environment, you can't afford to be casual, because ये वहाँ पे पहुँचना ही अपने आप में एक बहुत बड़ी बात है. मतलब 10 लाख बच्चे प्रीलिम्स का फॉर्म भरते हैं, उसमें से 2-2.5 हज़ार बच्चों का 2,500 या 3,000 आई थिंक जो एवरेज रहता है अभी पिछले, मुझे नहीं पता लास्ट ईयर कितने बच्चों ने अपियर किया.
Actually,
I think-
around 5 lakh people appear for prelims,
Yeah.
out of which 15,000 go for mains,
मेंस 15,000 फॉर मेंस
1,000 for interview.
या वही. सो 3,000 के लगभग अगर जा रहे हैं एस्पिरेंट्स वहां पे फॉर्म फिल जिन्होंने किया, उसमें से परसेंटेज देखिए कितनी लेस है. सो इट ऑलरेडी शोज दैट यू हैव दैट कैलिबर. इट ऑलरेडी शोज योर मेरिट एंड एक्सीलेंस, and they have already tested your academic knowledge. They are more interested now to communicate with you with what intent you want to be in civil services. That is the thing they want to ask. So just a brief question on what are the core areas you would like to now work, Shreyak, when you are joining the civil services, of course as an IFS officer. जो आपका करियर प्रोग्रेशन है वो डिफरेंट रहेगा फ्रॉम एन IAS और एन IPS. लावण्या वुड बी मोस्ट ऑफली गेटिंग इनटू IAS, सो हर करियर प्रोग्रेशन वुड बी डिफरेंट फ्रॉम योर्स. व्हाट आर द कोर एरियाज जो आपने अभी तक सोचे हैं कि आपको काम करना है?
Yes. So post-COVID, we have seen the rise of healthcare diplomacy as through the Vaccine Maitri initiative.
Yeah.
And coming from a healthcare background, I think that will be one of the core areas that I would like to target. Secondly, that is the domain of economic diplomacy, where I would like to contribute to improving our relationships, commercial and trade relations with other countries. And thirdly, if I have to think about, that would be enhancing India's soft power through dissemination of India's cultural values. And I think on 21st of June, that's totally upcoming. We will be celebrating
Yoga
International
Day.
Day of Yoga. So
Yeah.
through initiative like these, and also disseminating India's ancient knowledge, be it from the Ayurveda or be it from the cultural values that we have been taught, or the religious or spiritual
Very
values.
nice.
So through that, these are the, I think, areas that I would like to
Very,
work on.
very nice. Lavanya, what would you be, like to focus when you join the Indian Administrative Service?
Ma'am, I would love to work in the education sector, the healthcare sector, and with special focus on women empowerment in all the sectors. And whatever solutions I would get the opportunity to build upon, I would love to integrate technology to ease the processes for the citizens, keeping citizens at the center, their demands, their queries, their everything at the center, and making it accessible and affordable to them. So digital governance, I would love to work in any area where I would love to, I can integrate my technical knowledge, my logical reasoning, my
जो
thinking
अभी तक आप
capabilities. in
दोनों
that
ने ही
side.
पढ़ाई की है, उस एजुकेशन का यूटिलाइजेशन आप दोनों का ही आई एम श्योर बहुत अच्छा होगा. और academically you both have been brilliant in your professional journeys up till now, and I'm sure the contributions which you both want to make would be immense and phenomenal for the people, for the country. Just before I have the very brief rapid fire, what is your, advice to the young students, to the aspirants? आप श्रेया उनको क्या अपनी तरफ से क्या एडवाइस देना चाहोगे, चाहे वो सिविल्स की तैयारी कर रहे हैं, चाहे वो कुछ और भी लाइफ में कर रहे हैं? What is your guidance to them?
So, be it youth or aspirants who are preparing for civil service examination, everyone is facing a lot of personal and professional challenges. So my one advice would be that these personal and professional challenges that you are facing, take them as an opportunity to evolve yourself, to become a better version of yourself, and try to achieve your purpose with total dedicated and focused efforts.
Very nice. आपके पर्सनल प्रोफेशनल जो भी चैलेंजेस हैं उनसे सीखना है, एंड योर एफर्ट्स लेट देम बी ऑलवेज डेडिकेटेड टू द गोल विच यू आर एमिंग फॉर योर लाइफ. Lavanya, what is your advice to the people who are watching this podcast?
Ma'am, I would like to tell them that don't make any exam larger than a life process. आप एग्जाम को पेडिस्टल बना लेंगे तो वो प्रेशर आएगा और आप शायद अपना 100% एफिशिएंसी से नहीं दे पाए. तो जस्ट बी ऑनेस्ट विद योर प्रिपरेशन, गिव योर 100%, be dedicated to whatever you are pursuing, and it's very important to follow your passion. Just don't compare yourself with anyone else. You are just one on this planet Earth, and embrace that individuality with full confidence and be happy with what you are. Be grateful for what you have, and just always look onwards and upwards in life and do good for others with good intentions. That's the only thing.
वेरी नाइस कि हर इंडिविजुअल यूनिक है और सबकी लाइफ का जर्नी है अलग होगा, डिफरेंट होगा, एंड इट्स ओनली एन एग्जाम, इट्स नॉट द एंड, it can only be a tool to achieve what you want to have. Be kind, be grateful, be compassionate.
And ma'am, just one more thing if I can add it.
Yeah, sure.
It's especially in the world of social media and information age, it's very important to focus on mental well-being. So you should definitely pursue any hobby which helps you in unwinding yourself. Spend time with yourself. Just explore what you want in life, what's your pursuit, and what you truly want to achieve. And just don't compare yourself and focus on those things.
Yeah, absolutely. आप दोनों की ही जो हॉबीज इंटरेस्ट हैं बहुत यूनिक हैं, एंड आई एम श्योर दैट all these interests which you have in life, they must be helping you in avoiding burnouts. And और ये सिर्फ प्रिपरेशन के टाइम नहीं, आगे भी आप जहाँ भी रहोगे, जिस भी जगह में रहोगे, इंडिया के जिस भी पार्ट में रहोगे, इंडिया के बाहर रहोगे, they will always be with you. So that is the beauty. Friends, it was truly a delightful conversation with both the esteemed officers, Indian Foreign Service, Indian Administrative Service, Dr. Shreya Garg, Miss Lavanya Gaur, and I am truly grateful to both of them. Before we conclude, एक छोटा सा रैपिड फायर हम करते हैं,
Yes, ma'am.
जो कि आपकी एकेडमिक जर्नी के बियॉन्ड कुछ आपसे मैं छोटे छोटे सवाल पूछूंगी. सो श्रेया, आपकी जो हॉबी नेशनल फ्लैग्स का पैशन जो है आपको स्टडी करना, बीइंग अ वेक्सिलोफाइल,
Yes, ma'am.
सो हाउ डू यू प्रोनाउंस इट प्रॉपर्ली?
Vexillophile.
Vexillophile. So is there any reason why you adopted this hobby? क्योंकि ये मैंने जब आपके प्रोफाइल में पढ़ रही थी तो मुझे इसके बारे में बहुत ज्यादा आज भी नहीं पता है. इज देयर एनी रीजन? आपको इंटरेस्ट कैसे आया, किस टाइम से आया, किस एज से आया?
So the story goes like this. Like after completing my graduation in 2022 and before diving into the UPSC prep, I thought I will award myself with a gift. So I self-sponsored my trip for Qatar FIFA World Cup.
Okay.
And there I
22?
Yeah, 2022 November.
Yeah, 2022, yes.
Yeah. So there I had accommodation with Argentinians and Uruguayans. So I was basically living with them.
Oh, nice.
So when I noticed their flags had a lot of similarities. So those similarities ignited a curiosity within my mind that if their flags are so similar, they must have some common historical things,
Right.
some common cultural values.
Right.
So after that incident, I bought a book, and from there on, I started to know about these flags. And in fact, I think this hobby of myself will help me in diplomatic services also.
Yeah, of
Because
course.
I think a flag, you can say, is a representative of a country. And by studying that flag, you can understand the values that nation stands for.
Because every color, every symbol,
Yes, ma'am.
even the size, सब चीजों का एक रेलेवेंस है.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Everything in flag
Yeah.
reveals a lot about that nation.
Yeah. Very nice, very interesting. Lavanya, one of your hobby has been gratitude journaling. तो gratitude journaling आपको कैसे help करता है?
Ma'am, when I do gratitude journaling generally in the night before going to the bed. So when I recall what all good things have happened throughout the day and I write it down, it consciously and subconsciously provide optimism to me that, despite all the rona and dhona we do about various things in life, these are all the things that I'm grateful about. And there are many things that are happening to others. And I think that, I'm in a blessed position. तो वो optimism, वो positivity provide करता है. It keeps me connected to my family. The grounded values of, compassion, empathy, love towards others, towards myself. So I feel that connection towards the divine also by gratitude, like expressing my gratitude towards them.
Very nice. Travel you like?
Yes, ma'am, I do like.
So आप श्रेया अभी जैसे मे बी बिफोर ज्वाइनिंग ट्रेनिंग भी थोड़ा सा टाइम मिलेगा आपको घूमने का, या बाद में भी, इंडिया में ऐसी कौन सी जगह है जो आप घूमना चाहोगे?
In India, that is Ladakh. One is
लद्दाख, ओके.
Yeah, that's on my bucket list.
अभी तक नहीं आप गए
I
हैं?
haven't gone there.
ओके, इट्स ब्यूटीफुल. एंड बाहर, अब्रॉड?
Bahar, I think it's the Paris.
पेरिस, ओके.
Yeah, and I think I will be going for CFL there.
ओके, नाइस. Lavanya, which place you would like to visit in India?
Ma'am, in India, I would love to attend Mahakaleshwar पे भस्म आरती.
वो अभी नहीं किया अभी
अभी नहीं करा अभी तक. So it's been my dream. I've heard a lot of good things. It gives goosebumps and everything. I really want to
सुबह
experience
होती
that.
है,
हाँ,
या
divine
बिल्कुल सुबह
energy.
सुबह होती है.
हाँ, तो and out of India, I would love to visit Finland to see the Northern Lights. It's on my bucket list.
Okay, nice.
In fact, the
Correct.
question was also asked on mains about Northern Lights.
Ah,
Aurora Borealis in Australia.
Yeah, very nice. Food, आपका favorite, मतलब one of the favorites में भी क्या है? क्या खाना पसंद
Mummy's
है?
aloo paratha.
घर का बना, मम्मी का
आलू का पराठा.
मम्मी ने जो बनाया आलू का पराठा, वेरी नाइस.
Although ma'am, I come from a place which is famous for its parathas.
हाँ बिल्कुल, मूर्थल तो बिल्कुल मैं बोलने ही वाली थी कि मूर्थल पे तो हाईवे पे भी इतने ढाबेज हैं जिसमें वो पराठा विद मक्खन, वाइट मक्खन एंड लस्सी.
Yes, ma'am.
वो तो हरियाणवी खाना, क्योंकि हमने भी बचपन में बहुत खाया हुआ है ये सब. तो अभी भी बनता है घर में, कभी कभी बनता है, एंड इट्स लवली एक्चुअली.
But still ma'am, nobody can beat मम्मी का पराठा.
हाँ, जो घर में जो बनाती है मदर, उनका तो
The
taste ही
affection
अलग है.
that gets into while making the food and everything, it's unparalleled.
Yeah,
It
what's your
enhances its taste
favorite?
as well. Like
Yes.
it alleviates your mind also if you are
Yeah.
facing any kind of stress.
Yeah. Food is, in any case, I always find food as your mood lifter.
Yeah.
कि आप अच्छा खाना खा लो तो you feel happy. At least मेरे साथ तो ये है.
It's with me too. I'm a big foodie. In my lows, I used to eat a lot of stuff, and it used to uplift my mood.
Yeah, it is there. At least like मेरे साथ भी यही है कि अच्छा खा लेते हैं तो you feel happy. If I ask you, what does this title, शिखर का सफर, जो हमारे podcast, this is my last question for you both. So what does this title of the program, what does this mean to you, शिखर का सफर?
Ma'am, शिखर का सफर. Shikhar means success, you can say.
Yeah.
So if I talk about, like, different people can have their different meanings of success. But one thing that is common for all, that is success is about fulfilling your purpose. So
Yeah.
one who is able to fulfill their purpose and the journey that they go through while fulfilling that purpose, for me, that is Shikhar ka safar.
Very nice. Your journey of your fulfilling your purpose, that you have to go through, you have to give your effort, and that actually then determines you reaching to your Shikhar. Lavanya, what does this mean to you, Shikhar ka safar?
Ma'am, इसका मतलब explore करना. I think it's still a lifelong process. What success means to me, शिखर का सफर. But to my current,
It's an ongoing process actually. इसीलिए सफर मैंने लिखा है. इसीलिए सफर है ये. मंजिल नहीं है.
So for me, it means that if I am able to achieve my goal, and that goal should have some purpose of giving back to the society and following the right means and showing up every day. And if I'm happy waking up in the morning, I'm in a good mood, that, you know, I'm doing the right thing and I am set for the day today, that means success to me.
Success is from your inner happiness. Do what you love and love what you do. This is what both the esteemed officers of the show today, they have achieved with their determination. दोनों की जर्नी ये दिखाती है फ्रेंड्स कि सक्सेस इज नेवर सर्व टू यू ऑन अ प्लेटर. इट नेवर कम्स फ्री. देयर इज लॉट ऑफ प्राइस यू हैव टू पे फॉर achieving what you want, what is your dream. Thank you, Dr. Shreya Garg. Thank you, Miss Lavanya Gaur, for this insightful and I would say a very delightful conversation indeed with you both. I just hope that I am able to do justice with bringing your journey on this very small platform, which I recently started. सिर्फ इसी उद्देश्य से कि ऐसे बच्चे, ऐसे युवा पीढ़ी, ऐसे लोग जो जीवन में बहुत कुछ करना चाहते हैं लेकिन घबरा जाते हैं मुश्किलों से, और उन्हें कहीं ना कहीं मंजिल पे कैसे पहुंचे या पहुंच पाएंगे भी या नहीं, इस बात पे भी उनको सेल्फ डाउट आता है, एप्रीहेंशंस आते हैं। तो आप जैसे लोगों की स्टोरीज मेरा लाने का यही मकसद है कि ये बात बार बार दिखाएं कि जो व्यक्ति शिखर पे पहुंच रहे हैं, जो व्यक्ति सक्सेस को प्राप्त कर रहे हैं, वो भी हम में से एक ही हैं। वो अपनी काबिलियत, अपनी मेहनत, अपने ऊपर विश्वास उन्होंने हमेशा कायम किया, और जो मैंने शुरुआत में बात बोली कि वही किया जो उनके वश में था, और अपने धर्म की पालना की। उनका धर्म था अपने एफर्ट्स देना, और अपने एफर्ट्स देते रहे, और जिंदगी में उन्होंने अपनी मंजिल को, फिलहाल जो उनकी मंजिल है, बिकॉज दिस डेस्टिनेशन विल ऑल्सो कीप ऑन चेंजिंग, योर माइलस्टोन्स विल कीप ऑन बिकमिंग मोर एंड मोर हायर, and I'm sure you both will do excellent service to the nation while in India, while representing India at the global level. My congratulations to you both once again. Thank you for joining me on this talk show. And friends, आपको ये एपिसोड अच्छा लगे तो ज़रूर कमेंट कीजिए, लाइक कीजिए, do share, and let us all keep sharing the inspiring stories of people around us. Do share with your friends, do comment, do give feedback for improvisation, and आप सब लोग भी खुश रहें, स्वस्थ रहें, अपना ध्यान रखिए, देश की प्रगति में, उन्नति में अपना सकारात्मक ऊर्जावान योगदान जरूर देते रहें। थैंक यू ऑल सो मच। जय हिंद, जय भारत।